Okay, so before continuing with the Arden's theorem, I just want to introduce with something called a regular expression identities. Okay, so there are these certain regular expression identities that you have to take care. Okay, so the most important one is this one. Okay, so this one. I will tell you one by one what exactly it is. Okay, so these are all, suppose R, P, and L and Q. All of these are regular expression, and the following identities hold. So they are like a mathematical proofs. So you do not need to go with the proofs here. Just remember it. It is very easy to remember. Uh, but if you want to, you can go for the proofs also, that how it is equal to that. Okay. So the first one is that A plus B star is also equal to A star B followed by a star here. Okay, so that is the one thing. There is you can remove that plus. Okay, so how to see that this is correct or not? Just derive out some strings and see that it is also extractable from this identity. Okay, so if I just extract out like A B, after that any number of B's I want to extract, so that can also be possible. In the same way, you know that from this there are also this kind of. So this expression can also be written like this: A star B star and the whole of A star here. Why we did a whole of the star here? Because if you see that I also want, if you go with this only A star B star, what will happen that after B A cannot come. Okay, so after B A cannot come. But if I do a whole star here, now the whole equation become different. So if I just raise this to a power of 2 here, so it means that in that way you can the B can also come. Okay, so I can write it like this for B 2 raised to power 2. So B star A star and B star. Okay, so if you see A star B, sorry for that, A star B, A star B star is also possible. Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, so if you see here, I can check take out B, and here I can take out A. Okay, so that is why this whole star is required. In the same way, it can also be written like this: A star B star raised to power star A plus B star raised to power star R, A star followed by a B A star and A star. Okay, so these are some identities that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so there is no extensive use of it, but it is very useful if you keep these identities in mind. Okay, so this thing is this phi. Always consider in set theory, always consider phi as a zero. Okay, so keep that in mind. You will It will be very helpful in these identities, and epsilon as one. Okay, so it will be more easy to remember these expressions. So regular expression plus phi. So it is r plus 0. So it can also be written like this: 0 plus phi plus r. So the expression can also be interchanged, and it is equal to r. Okay. So if you consider this phi as 0, it will be very fairly easy. 0 plus r is r. Okay. In the same way, now you are again, if you consider this epsilon as 1, it is like you are multiplying 1 with r. Okay. So r into 1 equal to 1 into r, it is also equal to r. Okay, so again I just assign these number to this so that you can easily remember this, but they are not exclusively means like it. They are not exclusively that phi is equal to 0 in set theory. There is nothing formal explanation or formal expression related to that. I only told you this to just remember these expressions, so it will be fairly very easy. Okay, so in the same way, now if you see clearly, see that 0 is multiplied by L, so it can be 0 multiplied by anything will be 0, so that is why phi is written here. In the same way, r plus r. Okay, so r plus r, any regular expression plus that same regular expression, suppose a plus a, can also be written as only a. Okay, so this is the idempotent law. Okay, so you have also studied this in digital also. Okay, so these are some distributive properties. Less left distributive property, if the regular expression is written like this: lm plus n, you can write it lm plus ln. Okay, so this is left distributive property. Another one is m plus n, and again this is right distributive property. You just multiply this l with m and concatenate this l with n here. Okay, in the same way, see, this property is also very very important. So this property, you will see the application of this property mainly. Okay, so R star R. Okay, so R star R can be written as R. Okay, so this is a different property that most of the people think that R star R cannot be written as R. So in the identities, keep that in mind. It is written that R star R can also be written like a R star. Keep that in mind. This is important property. Okay, so most of the people will do a mistake, and most of the questions are related to this. Okay, so most of people do this mistake that they think that R star star is not equal to R star. Okay, so keep that property in mind. So this is most important. And another one is, if you see 0 raised to power a star is equal to 5. This is also a very important property because this is unexpected, that if I raise any 0 to the power of star, it can turn into a epsilon here. Okay, so again, the theorem for this, the proofs are also given in the books, so don't worry about it, just remember this. Okay, most of the usable example is this type of scenario is mostly used, and these kind of scenarios, that 5 plus r and r multiply epsilon. Okay, so these kind of scenarios are more usable, but mostly the application of this is uh, in the questions are very non-existent. Okay, so now if it is like epsilon raised to power of star is epsilon, so this is expected, so it can be done. So r star r can also be written as r star can also be written as r star r, so it is also possible. So just this is only we are placing this in other, the placement, only the placement is changed. In this r star can also be written as a single r star. Okay, so it meaning of this is r star. If I say a star followed by a star, it only means that any number of a's followed by any number of a's. So I can also write it like any number of a's. There is no meaning that we write this star expression differently. In the same way, r star raised to power r star, you can also, because star multiplied by star is also a star, so you can replace it with a star. So these important are fairly very, the application of these expressions are very extensive. So keep these are one of the most important expressions. So you will be seeing these expression mostly. Okay, so r, this one r, now I think we have seen this one r star. So this is the same thing. Okay, so sorry for that. So pq star p, you, if you remember, you can change the internal placement of pq or pq. So you can take this q into the front, and you can just do a qp star here. So it can also be possible. Okay, so these are some important expression that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so now mostly the application of this are not, you will see immediately, but there are some expression like this you will see the application of this very easily. Okay, so these identities are only used for something to clean up your expressions. Okay, so I have told you that what is regular expression, if you remember. So regular expression all where all the languages that are present inside a language are derived, then a particular regular expression is correct. So this is just definition. So represent regular expression is used to represent regular language. Keep that in mind, why we use regular expression, to represent regular language. Okay, so regular language is what? Any language that is accepted by a finite automata is called a regular language. Okay, so if you keep that in mind, that finite automata is the acceptor, regular language is a language, and regular expression is a representer. Okay, so keep that in mind. So what regular expression is exactly doing? It is representing a regular language. So that is why a regular expression is called the representer. Okay, so most of you in the quiz, I think you all of you have given the wrong answer. I have given a statement that regular expression is the generator of the uh, generator. Regular expression is also called the generator. So generator is your regular grammar. So regular expression is your representer. Okay, so keep that thing in mind. So mainly the main expression from here you have to keep that in mind is r star r is equal to r. So this is one of the most important ones. Second one, this is kind of unexpected, so it sticks out. So keep in mind that if you raise epsilon to the power of star, it will become pi to a power of star, it will become epsilon. Another one that to remember is that if you add r to phi, it will again be r, and it can be, the expression can be changed interchangeable. So placement can be anywhere. So phi can also come first, after that r can come. Or another important one is when r is multiplied or concatenated with this, it becomes r. Okay. So these are mainly four regular expression that the application of these are mostly seen. Okay, so keep these regular expression, four regular expression in mind. Okay, so again moving on forward, the Arden's theorem. Okay, so Arden's theorem is just a way whenever you want to convert. Now we have directly seen that I have given you a language and you are just directly writing a regular expression related to that language. But traditionally it is not, mostly in books, that it is not done like that. Okay. So what will happen there are certain kind of procedures that exist to derive out a regular expressions. Okay. So the Arden's theorem is one of that procedure. What we do, first we have to draw a finite automata. Okay, so after drawing a finite automata, then you can write a regular expression of this finite automata. Okay, so that is the catch here. Okay, so Arden's theorem is a bit complex theorem. It mathematically it is complex, but I'll show you with examples that it is very easy to understand. But it is not applicable to epsilon and Fc. Okay, so keep that in mind, that Arden's lemma, Arden's theorem is not applicable to epsilon and Fc. Okay, so that there is a little bit of a limitation here. Also, there are some uh, I will tell you, there are some assumptions that are attached to this Arden's theorem. Okay, so in order to find out a regular expression of a finite automaton, we use what exactly is this automaton? Okay, so automata. You have seen this word so many times, so I just want to tell you that automata is said in a plural sense. Okay, so automata is in a singular sense. Okay, so that is why you will, most of the time you will see automaton here. So the meaning of this is only, it is talking about only one finite automata. So when I am talking about more than one, so I will use automata. Okay, so plural, mostly it is used as plural form of the verb. Okay, so we use Arden's theorem along with the properties of regular expression. Properties are identities that I have described in the previous slide. Okay, so there are not much application of property, but I have told you the main properties. Okay, so now the statement goes like this. So remember the statement. It says, say, let P and Q be two regular expression. Okay, so there is one condition here. So the first assumption is that P does not contain a null string. Okay, so if I'm talking about P and Q, P does not have a null string. Then it can be represented like this. If it can be represented like this, Q plus RP, then you can minimize this to a solution of R equal to QP star. Okay. Okay. So it seems a little bit of a difficult after one try. I will tell you how. So the solution is again given the proof that how this R equal to QP is written like this. Okay. I just show you this text out. So wait for a minute. Okay, so mainly the Arden's theorem, if I just break it into main statements, it just says that uh, there are P and Q that are the regular expression. Okay, so they are regular expression in that. So P, there is one assumption. The first assumption is that P does not belongs to a null string here. Keep that in mind. Lambda or epsilon. Okay, so okay, so there is also another thing that sometimes in the books that lambda is used. So don't hesitate about that the meaning of lambda is epsilon. Okay. Okay. So if you remember, then lambda is equal to epsilon. So the theorem says if P does not belong to lambda, so the expression can be, if the expression is written like this, PQ plus I think RP. What is the expression? R plus Q plus RP. Okay. Okay, so R plus Q plus RP. So if the expression can be written like this, so the solution of it can be minimized to R equal to QP star. Okay, so how it is possible? Okay, so now if you remember the properties of regular expression, just I tell you that how it is can be written. Okay, so now I am taking this expression R. If I just write it in lowercase, or don't, this is not different, I'm just writing in lowercase, Q plus RP. So don't worry about that, that is one and the same thing. Okay, so now it can be written like this. Okay, so now the solution of R is given as, so okay, the solution of R is given as QP star. Okay, so replace the value of R here. Okay, so that will be more, it will make more sense if I just use the capital words here. So R Q plus R. Okay, so the value of R is given in the solution, that is your QP star. So I can write it like this. Now replace the value of R, QP star P. Now if you see, I've told you that the importance of this, that's R star R. Okay, so this is the identity of regular expression. It can be written as R. Okay, so if you see, it can be written as Q plus what is this? Q plus Q P. Okay, so sorry for that. That is fine. Q plus QP star. Okay, so now if you remember, I can take the common Q1. It will become epsilon plus P star. Okay, so if you remember the meaning of that epsilon. Okay, so just don't just let me see what is happening here. So wait for a minute. Okay, now what I do, yeah, from here. Okay, so I directly don't do this. Okay, so I can directly extract out the Q here, so it can be written epsilon plus P star P. Okay, so now, yeah, so if you remember this epsilon added with any regular expression can also be written like this. Okay, P star P from the regular identities. Okay, so anything is added to this, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so plus is also that. Okay, so it can be written, so P star P, R star R is the property of regular expression, as well as this is also a property of the regular identity that I have told you in the starting. Okay, so P star P can also be written like this, Q P star. Okay, so again the left hand side becomes equal to the right hand side. Okay, so that way you can also see that it the we can write, if you can write the expression like this, so by solving it you can get to a QP star. Okay, so that is the main thing here. Okay, so if you don't remember it, you just take a little bit of a derivation to extract out this expression. Otherwise it is very simple to draw it. Okay, so now if I see, I tell you how to use this regular Arden's theorem. It is very simple. So just take I'm just taking one question, that is Q1. Okay, so I will show you one question, you will try to do another one yourself. Okay, so I will also tell you the solution of it. So it's like this. Q2, there is a here. Okay, so there is a here. Okay, now uh, keep in mind that there should be only one final state. Okay, so only one final state. Now see the final state. uh, Now it is just a matter of equations. Okay, so now on Q1 I am standing at Q1. So how can you reach at Q1? Okay, so how can you reach at Q1? By getting an input of epsilon. So I can write like this, that by getting an input of epsilon I can reach Q1. Okay, in the same way, now go towards the state Q2. Okay, so now I'm going towards the state Q2. So see how can you reach Q2? Okay, so this, why it is not working? Okay, so how can you reach Q2? From Q1 you can reach to Q2 by getting an input of A. Okay, so you just have to write it like this. from Q1 I can reach to Q2 by getting an input of A. Okay, so in the equation form you have to write it like this. uh, how can you reach Q1 by getting a epsilon here? How can you reach Q2 by getting a input of A from Q1? So I write it like this: Q1 A uh, reach to Q2. Okay. Is there any other way? I don't think so. So I cannot reach it any other way. So the another one is your final state. So our main purpose is to reach to final state. Okay. So that is just a basic what you say back substitution that you have studied in I think algorithms, yeah, space and time complexity algorithms. You have seen that we have you have done there in data. I think in algorithms you have done something called a back substitution method to derive out the complexities. Okay, in the same way, now Q3. Now how can you reach Q3 from Q1 by getting an input of B, from Q1 by getting an input of B, from Q2 by getting an input of A. Okay, from Q2 by getting an input of A. Okay, so by another way, okay, so you can also get self loop is also there. So if I'm standing at Q3, I get an input of A, I can also reach to Q3. Okay, so all the paths have been covered. From Q1 is also reachable, from Q2 is it's also reachable, from Q3 it's also reachable. Okay, so only see for one state. So don't think that you will do like this: Q1A and then Q2A. Okay, so don't do this. Only one single path you have to follow. Okay, so for Q3 go back, single path Q1B. For Q2 it is single path Q2A. Okay, so that is very simple. Okay, now afterward what you have to do, you have to back substitute. Now uh, the expression, if you remember, is R equal to Q plus RP. Okay, so now every substitution will occur at the final state, keep that in mind. Okay, now here there is a presence of Q2. I do not want that. Okay, so I have to change this expression to R equal to Q plus R. Okay, so R here is Q3. Okay, keep that in mind. Now R here is Q3. I want Q3. I do not want Q2. I do not want Q1. So I just want to replace this expression. So how this like expression can be replaced? So Q1 can be replaced via epsilon. Okay, so I can directly write epsilon. Epsilon multiplied by anything is again a simple B here. So I can write it like B. Okay. Now the second one is Q2. So take the value out. So again you can put the value of epsilon here, Q1, epsilon A. You will get the value of Q2 as A. Okay. So now take the value of now you can directly put the value as A, Q2, the value of Q2 as A followed by A here. Okay. Now the third one is your Q3A. So Q3, there is no problem regarding Q3. I think that there is no problem regarding it. Okay. So now if you clearly see if you just want, I want to write this expression as R equal to Q plus R. Okay. So R is this, Q3 is R. Now where is R? This is R. So R becomes this and P becomes this, and this whole thing will become your Q. Okay, so it can be written as, now I have converted this to this expression that R equal to Q plus RP. Now this whole expression can be converted, if you remember the solution, QP star. Okay, QP star. So what can you write?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, in this, when R is equals to Q plus RP, now in right hand side, this expression is given, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
when we replace the right hand side R with Q plus RP, and
Hmm.
like that and so on, then we won't we get Q star?
Won't we get a Q star
So yes,
in
so
the
just replace replace right hand side R with Q plus RP.
replace right hand side R, right hand side R. This one,
No,
this
sir,
one,
right hand side.
this one R with
Yes, yes. Q plus RP.
okay, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that is absolutely correct, because if you want to solve it, okay, so the solution is already, I have tell you the solution. If you remember the solution, yeah, R equal to QP star, I have solved it completely. And after the solution, the answer is QP star. Okay.
So won't it come Q star like
Yeah, yeah.
because Q is coming again and again. So how come it's only one Q?
No, no. Yeah. you don't understand it. Okay, so the solution of this statement is already I have told you. Okay, so this is the solution. uh, if you see here, if you replace it, I have to again follow these steps, again follow these step again, you will get the solution to be q plus r. So this is a general solution, that whenever you can convert the equation to q plus rp, then the solution of this I have after solving this, I got the solution as qp star. So I have generalized this, that whenever I get uh, q plus rp, I can replace it by qp star. So this is the application of Arden's theorem. I do not have to again solve it. So that is the purpose of generality. Again, you can absolutely you can store the value of qp star here, and again follow the same procedure that is done in the starting. That will again lead to qp star. Okay, so we again directly, if we know the solution, why again do the calculations? Okay, that is why I've shown you in the starting. Okay, is there any other doubt? Okay, so first uh, you should, what you should do, you should take this r and put a value of qp star. Okay, so now you will again uh, do some calculation, you will get the same result that I am getting right now. Now it can be written as qp star. So r equal to, what is q here, b plus aa, and p, what is p here, is a star. So this is the direct regular expression of this automata. Okay, so that is the purpose of generality. Okay, so if you write if you get an equation q plus rp, you will again get the solution directly. You can write the solution as qp star. Okay, okay, so I hope you understand this. This you only have to convert the equation to this form. If you are able to get to this form, then you can able to easily solve this question. Okay, so if you understand it, try this question. It's a little bit different question. There is another concept in that also, but I think you should try it yourself first. Okay, so again, you should try to convert the expression into the form of q plus rp. Okay, so that expression can be anywhere. Okay, so keep that in mind, that expression can be seen from anywhere. I don't exactly mean to say that you will only see that expression at q3 only. Okay, so that expression can also be possible at q2. Okay, so if you are able to see the pattern, again you apply the solution of Arden's theorem there also. Okay, so what I mean to say, that if somehow this q2 is also turning into r plus q r equal to q plus rp form, you can also apply Arden's theorem on q2 also. However, we have to apply it q3, but you can see for yourself that if you are able to see that there is a pattern of Arden's theorem exists, you can apply the solution to that also. Okay, so now see this question. There's a little bit of a different question, but I think you can fairly easily extract out the result here. So just tell me the answer, the what the regular expression after applying a Arden's theorem to got them. Okay, just take like 5 minutes. I don't think that it will take more than 5 minutes. So just try it yourself first. I will tell you the solution. Okay, take 5 minutes.
Sir, sir,
Yes, yes.
sir, from Q to A is not defined.
From Q2, A is not defined.
Yes,
Q2.
sir. They have given
Sorry
two
for that.
B's.
Sorry for that. sorry for that. This is A. This is B. Okay. Okay, so don't worry about it if it is not defined. Don't worry about it because I'm talking about NFA. This is a NFA, don't worry about it. So NFA or DFA can also be done. So don't worry about it. You can do this. This is NFA. Just I'm talking about this is NFA. I think the number of A's here are even. Okay, so again I will give you a hint on Q2 also. You can apply Arden's theorem. Okay, so if you clearly look at it on Q2, you will also be able to apply it. Anyone? Okay. Okay, so if you are not able to do it, just see it. It's a little bit difficult than the first one. Okay, so this is another type of it. So again, start with Q1. So your solution will be, I think, Saksham. Your solution seems correct. There is a little bit of a modification that AB star should be followed by a A. Okay, so there is a little bit of mistake, I think. But AB star A, yeah, B B plus AB star A the whole star also. Phanindra, QP star. It's the answer. Okay, so I think Phanindra answer is correct. Just have to raise it to the power of star. Okay, so now see, I'm starting from Q1. Okay, so keep that in mind. Q1 is your final state. So all of the things that has to be done in the final, you will get the regular expression from this Q1. Keep that in mind. Okay, so because this is the final state. Okay, so now see how can you reach Q1 here. So first of all, you can reach Q1 by using epsilon here. So this is because the final and the initial state, you can again reach it as by using only epsilon here. The second one can be, you can do a self loop of B. So Q1B, you can also reach to Q1. Another one should be from Q2 you can reach. So Q2A you can also reach. Okay. So if you see clearly, I don't want Q2 in that. If I want to convert this R equal to Q plus RP, I don't want the Q2 in that because R is Q1 here. Okay, so I have seen that. I just see in that Q2 for Q2. Now, if you clearly see at Q2, now for how can you reach Q2 from Q1? How can you reach it? Uh, just you can take anything. Like I just taking Q2B, Q2B. You can reach by getting a self loop of B. Other one can be you can reach from Q1 also. Okay, so Q1 A you can reach it. Okay, so now if you clearly see, if I put Q2 directly into that, okay, so directly into that, this Q2 is not eliminated here. Okay, so this if I just take this Q2 expression and I directly put it here, this Q2 will not be eliminated. Okay, so again I have to again put it Q2, again put it Q2, again put it Q2, but this Q2 is never gonna get eliminated. So what I do, I just clearly see if I can apply Arden's theorem here. So this is R. If you clearly see Q2, so I can do this like this RP. So this can be written like this RP because this is R Q2 and this is R, and you can write it like this. So it is again one and the same thing. If I just replace this as if I just replace this equation Q2 equal to Q1A plus Q2B. Okay, now if you clearly see, the expression will become, this is your R and this will become your Q and this will become your R dot P. Okay, so you can recognize this expression by just seeing that where whenever you're using R, there is another R here. Okay, so now you can do this. You can write it like this QP star. I think QP star. Yeah, so it can be written like this Q2 equal to Q1A P star. Now P star is what? B star. Okay, so it can now Q2 is uh, decreased to this state. Okay, so now Q2 is Q1A followed by a B star. Now take go into the equation of Q1. So I just go towards here. Now Q1 equal to epsilon plus. I I I hope that you are understanding it. It is not very difficult. It's just a back substitution that you have to do. Okay. So now for Q2 you just write it Q1A followed by a B star. Okay, followed by a B star. Okay, so now you just have to solve it. I think now the identities of regular expression will be tested here. So Q1 epsilon plus Q1 B. Now you're multiplying this B star with Q1. So Q1 B star you can write it, or you can extract Q1. I think you can extract Q1. So why I'm multiplying it? If I just want, after that I will take a common there. So I can take a common Q1 B plus Q1A. Q1 is already taken out, so it can be written as AB star. Yeah, AB star. Yeah, just wait for a minute. B, if I take out, I think there is some mistake here. Yeah. For Q2, I put the expression here. Now it is followed by a here, so that is missing. Okay, so Q2 value is Q1A B star, Q1A B star. It is also followed by a. So write that a here. Okay, now it can be written like this.
followed by A. So I think most of you have done this mistake. Okay, so A is A. Most of I also forget this A, so I think that this will be the mistake. Okay, so now if you just look at it, now your expression is decreased to this. Now if you clearly see the pattern here, R equal to Q plus R, and this is P. Okay, so it can be written as R equal to QP star. Okay, so it can be written as Q1 equal to QP star. So what is Q? Epsilon P star. So P is what? B plus A B star A and raised to power star. Okay, so as this is multiplication and this is the epsilon, it means it is 1 is 1. In a way it is a 1, so you can write the expression, regular expression, like B star followed by A whole star. Okay, so now if you see that we have when we have done this question, again this question is just saying that even number of bees. Okay, so the placement of bees can be anywhere, I think. Yeah, so most of us we have written is that there can be. Okay, so I don't think we have done this question. Yeah, uh, even number of bees, even number of bees, we have done it or not? Just let me see if we have done this question. Uh, in the combined one, I don't think we have done this question. Just let me see. Number of A's are even. Yeah, we have done this question. So we have written the expression like B star A. Yeah, this was the expression. Okay, so now this expression and those expression that is written there are completely different. Okay, so I just copy and paste this expression so you can directly understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, why it is not working? Okay, so the expression was B star AB star. Okay, now I just copy and paste that expression. So here x6. Okay, now if you clearly see the expression that was written there, I think was B star uh, followed by a followed by a B star followed by a followed by a B star, and then there is any number of B's can come. I think that was the expression, I think. Okay, so that expression is completely different from this expression. Okay, so I just want to tell you that you can apply, if you are applying Arden's theorem, you will get a very clean version of the regular expression. Okay, so that this is also correct, this is also correct. Okay, so just extract out some string if you want to check it also. Okay, so just let me check. Yeah, this is the correct one. B star, sorry for that, the raised to power star. So that is how it will become even number of A's. Yeah, even number of A's. Okay, so again just let me clean it. B star followed by a followed by a B star, A B star, and there is a whole star here. So that is how the number of A's will become even. After that there is a any number of B's can also come. Okay, so now if you just extract out, most of you will be thinking that this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. If I just take out a string that doesn't seem it should not, it should be in the language. Okay, so if I just extract out that string a b a b a b. Okay, so if I just try to extract out this, I have to raise it to the power. First I got a from here, b from here, a from here. After that in the second one bab, so b can come from here after raised to the power again, then again a can come from here again, b can come from here. Okay, so 1 2 1 2, it has to be followed by a here. Okay, so b after it has to be followed by a. So 1 2 3, because there are these are three strings, these are not even. So again this language is not extracted by this regular expression also. Okay, if you again check it, that whenever you reach b star, the a here is permanent. Okay, so whenever I do a b, I have to follow a e. Okay, so when I just try to generate this language, this string from this regular expression, I will not be able to do that. Okay, so I think you see that how you get a very cleaned out cleaned out regular expression when you apply Arden's method. Okay. So now if you clearly see, there are other question also. There are simple questions like odd and even string. So just extract out. You remember the odd, I think. Okay, so just try out this question. Odd number of is the length of I think the length question will be very good. Okay, so length question. Uh, Try this question. I think we have written the regular expression. The regular expression was for odd one, I think was a plus b. We raise it to the power of even. After that, it is followed by a 1a plus b. Okay, so that was the odd length string, I think. Okay, so just try apply the Arden's method here. Okay, so only there is one final state. I think you can apply. If there are more final states, so again for all of the final state we have to if there are more final states like q1 if there is only q2 state and there is another state that is also a final state, q3 also a final state, but what we have to do, we extract out the expression what is the answer from q2, and we extract out the expression what is the answer from q3. Okay, so we just extract out and put a plus in between. Okay, so that is how your solution will work for Arden's method. Okay, now just try to do this question and see if your regular expression is completely same or completely different by using a Arden's method. Okay, so this will be a good practical if you see that you can directly extract it or you can use a Arden's method also. Okay, so just try it and tell me what is the answer you got. Okay, remember whenever you are multiplying epsilon, it will act as a 1. Okay, so epsilon b is b. Keep that in mind. Okay, so I think Fanindra got the same regular expression. I think. Let me see if anybody get different regular expression than this. Okay, let's try it. Okay, now I think it should be simple. I don't know what the answer would be. Uh, just I write q naught. If you written q1, then it's okay. I just writing it q naught for better understanding. Okay, so q naught now q naught can be reached by epsilon, or it can be reached from q1 via a, or it can be reached from q1 via b. Okay, so our final state, if you remember, is q1. Okay, so let me just write it q1. You can reach, I think the similar will be there, q naught from a or from q naught from b. I think that will be the answer. Okay, so now see if you can apply the Arden's method here. There I cannot apply the Arden's method because there is q naught and q naught. So if this is q1, at least q1 one q1 is needed here. So there is also q naught. There is cannot apply the Arden's method here also. Okay, so that I think that is a unique situation. So what we can do? Just take this q1 and place it here. So we will get q naught there. I think that will be the correct solution. Okay, so put the value of q1 here. Epsilon plus q naught a. It will become a little bit of a difficult equation, I think. Yeah. A. Now Q1 again Q naught A, Q naught B, followed by a B. Yeah, yes, yes. If I'm doing wrong, just tell me. If
Sir?
anything is wrong, just tell me. Yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
Q1 is the final state, right?
Q1 is the final state. Yeah. So yes, we are again doing it wrong. Okay, you are absolutely correct. So I have to put the value of Q naught in Q1 because this is Q1 is the final state. Okay, that is absolutely correct. So just let me write Q1 equal to put the value of Q naught. Okay, so the value of Q naught become epsilon plus Q1A plus Q1B followed by a, then epsilon plus Q1A plus Q1B followed by a B. Yeah, I think that is now it seems correct. Okay, so now from Q1, now this acts as a 1 if you remember. So multiply it by, you will get A, then Q1 AA, then Q1 BA. After that, B plus Q1. I think we are getting something. Previously, I think that something is wrong, that I suspect that. Okay. Now, if you see now the expression is Q1, the Q1 is also there. Okay. So you can extract it out. So I just arrange it, arrange this expression suitably. So A plus B can be written like this, and just extract what can I say, Q1 AA plus Q1 BB BA, so plus Q1 B B, so this is AB, sorry for that, my multiplication is also bad, AB and Q1 BB. Okay, so you can extract out a Q1 from here. So Q1, after extracting Q1, I will get AA plus BB plus BB plus BA, and in the end you have to write like this. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Just let me see if it is correct. Yeah. So now, if as you see, go for the equation R equal to what was the equation? So sorry for that. Uh, Q plus RP. Yeah. R equal to Q plus RP. Sorry, yeah, there was a plus here. Okay, so I just arrange it. I did not multiplied it. I just taken out Q1 from it. So there is a plus here. Now it can be arranged it like this. R equal to, this is your Q plus RP. Okay, so now the equation will become QP star. Okay, so now it will become Q is what? A plus B, P star what? A B A B B and B. I think we got the same answer. Okay, so if you simplify it and take a out, you will get A plus B from here, plus if you take a B out, you will get A plus B from here, is to power star, and you will get A plus B followed by I plus B, the whole star. In the starting we got A plus B. I think we got the similar answer, so I think Fanindra is correct. Okay, so in the same way, you should, for your practice, also apply it on the even one. If you remember the automata, I just draw the automata. Please try it yourself at home. You know the answer to it, so there is no mystery in that. So the question was, the length of the string should be even. Okay, so the question was this. So take the note here, take the note and try to extract if you apply the Arden's method on it also. Okay, so this is your practice, so do this at home. Again, in the next lecture we will start with Thompson construction. So more questions regarding this Arden's method will be given to you in your art tutorial part. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay. So I think your class timing is up, so you can move on towards the next lecture, and thank you for listening.